Hey guys, it's Extreme Strategy here, and today we are going to do a top 10 of the most powerful factions in a battle campaign. And number 10 is going to be Kislev. And we're basically just going to be going against the trash Bretonnian army for the sake of time. So that way I don't have, battles going on for, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes per fight, leading to a 200 to 300 minute long episode, or long video. I'm not going to make you guys suffer that many hours. So it's just going to be simple trash Bretonnian army. However, I do have a mod going that does buff Bretonnia, so they're not going to die nearly as easy as they normally do. At the very least, this will give you an idea of what it is like for each of these factions. And if you guys want to see more top 10 stuff, like maybe top 10 Laws of Magic, or top 10 campaigns, or top 10 most powerful units, like top 10 worst units, hit the like button, subscribe, and give me a specific to what you want to see. Anyway, let's get started with number 10, Kislev. So Kislev's whole thing in Warhammer 2, and this does not go for Warhammer 3, but their whole thing is ice magic, and also basically having strong infantry, strong ranged, and monstrous infantry, and okay cav. Like, I know cav's kind of trash no matter what, so. But their whole thing is specifically focused on primarily infantry. At least from the way that I use them. Yeah, and as you can see, simple spell came across here. Just absolutely destroyed two of the archer units. I also still have this little side thing, or thing on the side here. Yeah, as you can see, the infantry is specifically designated to destroying other infantry. I mean, these guys are physically anti-infantry and unbreakable. You know, the Kremli Guard are armored and armor-piercing. I haven't seen a whole lot of anti-large. I mean, we'll just double-check these guys back here. Yeah, there's not a lot of anti-large, so these guys aren't exactly, or Kislev isn't exactly intended to be one of those factions that can go out and take on someone like, say, the Beastmen. That's not Kislev's purpose. But as you can see, they are good at dealing with blobs. Peasants. Although, who isn't good at dealing with blobs and peasants? Oh, King shot right in the back. That's just painful. Streltsy are getting good shots. Good job, Streltsy. Yeah, and this is just to forewarn you, these videos were not meant to be specifically, strategy-based or anything like that. This is primarily just to show you the units, and for like some of the later ones who have really powerful weapons like nukes and whatnot, I'm not going to be using nukes except for one. There'll be one faction, actually two factions where I use nukes. Once because that's their thing, and once because it's an actual fluke accident. Yeah, my voice does not like me today, as you can probably tell. My voice does not like me at all. I'm just gonna fast forwards and spare you guys some time. Because like I said, the whole purpose of this is not to be full-fledged cinematic battles where it takes me, half an hour to fight. Each one of these fights is approximately 5 minutes long, and I will fast forwards during the end of it. Because at this point, it's just me waiting for everyone to shatter, chasing down the remnants. Like this sort of stuff, I'll just fast forwards through. Next, number 9. The Sentinels. The Sentinels are a Vampire Tomb Kings combo, similar to the Exiles of Nagash. However, the Exiles the Sentinels have access to something quite powerful, called the Dread Legion. These Dread Legion units will tear you apart immediately. And why is my game lagging? Come on. Why are you lagging? Also, we're gonna later on see if this thing can run a campaign with 100 mods working. Alright, why are you lagging every time I come close to a unit? It must be maybe it's some bug with Sentinels. Because I vaguely remember it did this to me last time I used the Sentinels. Like, it was very laggy. They do have stuff like this where it's not exactly perfect because it's a mod. And also, guys, remember to go and check out my Discord. There'll be a link to that in the description below. Once we get enough interest in the Discord, I'm actually going to create a section where you can view all the mods that I use, and there will be links to all of them, and you can download all of them for yourself. If you want to see the links to all these crazy mods, go there, show some support, ask for it. Probably once I get, like, maybe, like, 20, 30 people on there, I'll make this, or I'll make that. At least that's the plan. Anyway, Dread King is just gonna keep smashing a incorrectly placed purple Son of Xerxes. Yeah, that did not get many kills. Did a pretty bad job. Come on, boys. As you see, most of them are breaking. Kind of just waiting for them to shatter. So fast forwards. Kind of fast forwards and wait for them all to go. So the Dread Legion, like most Tomb Kings, you know, the intent is to have it. You have the infantry, and then you would have the constructs backed up by vampire units. Of course, it's not exactly what I did here because I wanted to show off the Dread Legion, but that is how you would play them in actual battle, which can be ridiculously overpowered. Yep, another purple Son of Xerxes. Enemy Lord is dead, everyone routs, shatters, and life is grand. Whoops, I hit end replay instead of load replay. Whoops. Number 8. The Warherd of the Shadowgave. So, this one only affects Mortar. It does not affect any of the other Beastmen. They, I think, only get, like, there's a single unit that goes to someone else. That's not even that impressive. So the Pratons and the Garnthors and Mud Element. Why is my game lagging? And Chaos Ogres and Gribblebacks, those are all for the Shadowgave only. But as you can see, the Pratons immediately dived on in to take out the Response de Leoness. Totally said that right. Who has crazy amounts of armor. I mean, she has more armor than these Pratons. She has more armor than the Mud Elements, the Chaos Ogres, the Shatrax. She has, yeah, 90 armor. That's why she's so dang tough to take down. Like, these Shatrax only have, like, 70. So, yeah, pretty tough Bretonian board. Probably the toughest when it comes down to an all-out brawl. Obviously, when it comes to magic use, not the toughest. Anyway. The whole thing with the new war game with the Shadow Herd is, once again, charge. Typical Beastman strategy. And let your Mud Elementals take their sweet time getting on over to actually help in the fight. Because that's what they do best. They take their time. But, like I said, it's the exact same strategy. Charge. Go in, absolutely tear everything apart as fast as you can. It's kind of a brainless strategy army. Because you can literally get shot by archers and not even care. Yeah. And, like I said, they don't even care. And watching these mud elementals fight, so ridiculous. Yeah, just flail his arms. That's what they do, is they flail their arms. And what's going on over here? The Gribblebacks are trying to tear apart some of these peasant bowmen. So yeah, the Pratons obviously dominate the air. Gribblebacks dominate taking out clusters. Mud Elementals are very tanky, but they're very slow. But when you combine all this stuff with the fact that it's the Beastmen, and they have their whole Horde faction effects and everything else, they're pretty powerful. So I'm going to fast forwards. Because basically at this point I was waiting for the Lord to die, so they all shatter. There you go. Lord is dead. All shattered. End replay. Why do I keep hitting end replay? That's dumb. Alright. Number 7. And this one is going to probably get me a lot of hatred in the comments. That's Clan Skar. The reason for it. They have so many nukes. Yeah, come on, boys. And although that, nukes are powerful, that's a good thing that they have nukes. Nukes are a two-edged sword. Yes, they're powerful. Yes, they can do a lot of damage. But they have primarily artillery. And because Skaven don't have a good counter for artillery per se, except for just bunching up all their units in a little box formation. Yeah, and they have stuff like that where they send random guys. Nukes are trash against single empty targets, but against, say, like these guys, that would tear them apart. But as I was saying, if the enemy has cab, which goes for just about most factions, they just run around, come on back, and clean up everything. Assuming that your nukes aren't hitting your own guys with the back hill. So yes, they are powerful. Yes, they do damage. Yes, they decimate everything under the sun. But in the end, they can destroy themselves along with their allies. And in some of my tests and stuff where I'm like creating, replays and whatnot with nukes, there were instances where I wiped out my own army and left the enemy alive. Now, that could just be me. But I highly doubt it. Yeah, Ikiclaw's not running because he's been nuked so much. And as she runs forwards, nukes are gonna hit my own guys. Yeah, there's basically nothing left in this unit. They went from 160 to 22. These albino council cards are top-tier units, and there's another nuclear blast. Now this one's down to 10, and this one's down to 29. Yeah. That's all the explosions. It's, like I said, this is going to be a little laggy. So yeah, the whole thing is, artillery and nukes and explosions and decimation. And that can be good, but you have to be careful about it. You can't rely on it to be your one and only thing that you use. Alright, what is this ring? Oh, okay, that was, probably this guy. The greed vermin. What was that over here? That was just really weird. Right, fast forwards. Yeah, so it was a close replay or close victory because I shot myself in the back so many times. So that's the problem with these nukes. I did it again. But as you see, they all got kills, but just isn't the greatest. Number 6, the Chaos Dwarves. These guys are similar to the normal dwarves. In my opinion, Chaos Dwarves are just a little bit weaker when it comes down to mods. If you have only the Chaos Dwarves against vanilla dwarves, oh, the Chaos Dwarves are going to take it home easily. But when it comes down to mods and all is said and done, even the crazy artillery pieces and the crazy monsters and crazy annihilators can't convince me that these are the best units. Unfortunately. Is this an ogre standing up here? Is he like the only one who's strong enough to use to shoot the gun? We'll look more into this in a future video. Yeah, that was an accidental nuke. I did not realize that. I forgot that their steam tanks do have nukes. Yeah, these are the annihilators. They basically shoot hand grenades at their opponents. The Deathquake mortar shot these units back here, hence why they are so damaged. Yeah, just look at the sheer amount of missiles coming out of the annihilators, decimating this entire section of units. This is what makes the Chaos Dwarves so good. They have strong infantry. I mean, 125 armor. And yet, they're not going to go anywhere. Yeah, they aren't great at doing damage, but they're not going to die. Even these guys back here have 125 armor. Missile strength isn't the greatest, but I think what it gives it its power is the explosions in the flames. Because it's a blast radius mod. Yeah, I just had to keep this guy going towards the back. Otherwise, he would be nuking everyone. As you can see, the Chaos Dwarfs are not very fast. I mean, their speed is literally 29. Yeah, peasant mobs can outrun them. Cav, oh, forget it. The Chaos Dwarves are going to be outrun all day. Although, at least they do have the Bull, Centaurs, Taruks, and all their, basically all their Bull Centaur units, who have good speed, 53. Certainly better than 29. Let's see what the Lord is. The Lord is, yeah, you can see from the range and missile strength that he's a nuclear guy. 53. Speed, alright, he's good. He's good and fast. Sorry, we live next to an airport, in case you guys are hearing the airplane. But anyway, yeah, these completed statues, by the way, are absolutely useless. Do not use them. They have no magic abilities.
They will cower.
Yes, they have an extreme armor and okay weapon damage, but don't use them. The magic's better. Yes, and the enemy lord is dead, but yeah. I think G'days, the destroyers. These guys are actually really fast as balls. A 68 speed, 100 armor, weapon strength of 627. Yeah, these guys are really good. I'll fast forward though as they all shatter. Now, moving on from number 6, going to number 5. The famous Dark Elf faction, 1000 Maws. And obviously you guys have watched some of my other Dark Elf stuff. You've seen the avatar of KMK and all the craziness, but this takes up to another level because you have those units, yes, and they're not being used here. We also have the Beast Pens, hence why there are Vargheists, and this is of course modded to increase the number of units in the Beast Pens. The Vargheists and Dragon Ogres, and you have Giant Wolves, and Norskin Wolves, Ice Wolves, and Salamander Hunting Packs, and Brood Horrors, and Vargwolves, and Feral Mammoths, Feral Carnosaurs. It's absolutely insane. And also there's a mod taking these Salamander Hunting Packs and turning them into rainbow units. Oh, don't tell them that because they will melt you. Yeah, just melted. And let's see, they have a, yeah, come on. Missile strength of 141. Armor isn't the greatest, I mean it's 80. I guess it's okay, and their melee stats are trash. Hey, who cares? Yeah, they actually do a good armor now that I'm thinking about it at 80, because better than all these other guys. Vargwolves, I got love Vargwolves. Their regeneration makes them so amazing. And for those of you who are wondering why, Rot the Unclean isn't in this, it's because his, some of his units can actually be found in other factions, and I just didn't think that he would be the strongest and most powerful. Yes, he would be certainly good honorable mentions, and that 3 honorable mentions would be Throt the Unclean, leading Clan Molder. I'm just gonna fast forward real quick. Maybe Throt the Unclean, probably Naggarond, led by Malekith, and Naggareth, led by Elithanar. So, yeah, that's why Throt the Unclean isn't going to be in here. For those of you who are hoping, sorry guys. Moving on down to number 4, we have Clan Vulcan, the guy that I'm doing a campaign with. Or Molten Searflesh, technically, if you want to say the guy, but the faction I'm doing a campaign with. And these guys are so fire-based and so powerful. I have seen these Obsidian Guards take legendary lords and absolutely melt them immediately. Alright, what is going on with my camera? Why are you lagging on this map? How many units do we have? Okay, we don't even have that many units. I don't know what causes the lag on occasion. Like right here. What the heck? Alright, so my computer officially hates me. Alright, yeah, look at these jets of fire just melt everything. And these are, like I said, extremely good at taking out legendary lords. Of course, I did not have the intelligence to aim at Response to Leonosa. But, yeah, these... Oh my goodness, computer. Stop lagging. You not like all the mods? Is that your problem? Probably is. Probably some mod that's making it upset. Yeah, so on top of that, you also have arachnid spiders that can summon those fire tornadoes without the need of mana. Or not mana, winds of magic. You can also summon explosions around them as well. But you have fire mortars, and you know, fire mage or Vulcan fire sages. Sorry, and even Moleskin Searflesh has magical abilities. Box of Hurting, Oil Flask, Black Eruption, Thermal Thorax. Yeah, he has a lot of abilities. And he can even gain others with items that allow him to summon flamethrowers out of the ground. So from this point on, these are very powerful factions that just rip everything apart. These aren't the more powerful than most when it comes down to all the mods and everything. These are the will tear everything apart. Without hesitation. Just look at these jets of fire that come out of these things' eyes. Oh, you're gonna charge instead. Unless they updated this and this was one of the updates. Nope, it still comes out of his eye. I mean, yeah, these guys are just absolutely intense. Good armor, they're just very good units. So I'm gonna fast forwards. Just watch as my guys kind of chase them around, I guess. Yeah, you're wavering and you shatter. Ha! Yep, decided that it wasn't worth it. Number 3. The one and only Burning Tide. And at this point, I actually changed the army comps and made them a bit more powerful. And then over on the side, we have the Dragon Princess, we have a bunch of Royal Guards, some of their Salamanders, some of their Magma Elementals, and some of the Dragons. Yeah, these guys are absolute tanks. They will absorb everything. They will melt you, burn you up, summon extra units to their aid without hesitation. The lords can even buff themselves, and even though I didn't do it on this one in particular, they can buff themselves and then literally gain the ability to shoot out a nuke. Because they basically summon the sun and fire it out. And just launch it in front of them. It is ridiculous. We're just going to watch these fire drakes melt this peasant bowman. So they line up. 1 unit fire drakes. Officially melted a good chunk of peasant bowmen. There's 79 survivors out of 90. However, they are down to 26, 24, 23. And shattered. And these guys will just continue to melt them without hesitation. They have good stats and everything else. Now you have the Royal Guards, who are very tanky and will continue to fight forever. Magma Elementals, who basically their whole thing as monstrous infantry is just breaking into the center of stuff and smashing everything. We even have dragons that can breathe fire. You can summon more out. You can summon these totems. Sorry, Das Totem, which shoots fireballs. Totally not at all cheap. Yeah, come on, boys. Sorry that I keep coughing. Anyway, some fire over here, and I don't even know if fire even hurts these guys. It says damage by artillery, but I don't see them taking much damage to it. Oh yeah, and also, along with being able to shoot this power of the sun down, they can literally summon the sun closer to them. To just absolutely buff themselves in every possible way. Leadership, speed, base missile damage, melee attack, charge bonus, base weapon damage, and vigor, plus they get fire damage. So yeah, they can literally harness the power of the sun. These guys will tear you apart without hesitation, and they will enjoy doing it. I'm going to fast forwards now. Along with the fact that they do have fire magic as well. Yep, everyone's shattered and running, and load replay. Number 2. And the reason that, this one is actually Clan Angrand. The reason that I didn't have more dwarves was because all the dwarves are now, at this point, extremely powerful with all the mods I have installed. Clan Angrand, however, does have the 4 legendary heroes, hence why they were thrown in there. Any dwarf group could actually technically fall in positions basically 5 through 2. However, that would be really silly to have just nothing but dwarves, so anyway, that's why it's Carrick England. Thork Ironbrow, however, actually would not make it because Thork Ironbrow does not get all of the crazy, stupid, powerful units. Poor Thork Ironbrow. Or Ironbrow. Iron Brown. Oh boy. But yeah, earlier today, for those of you who are watching this on YouTube, and yesterday for those of you who are watching this on Daily Motion, I actually did a Dwarves are OP video where I actually used crank gunners to take out an entire... Oh yeah, and these guys can summon spikes, these engineers. Use nothing but crank gunners to take out an entire army. Don't remember who I was fighting for that one. Wasn't Wood Elves, because that was the Elite Thunderers. Or not Elite Thunderers. That was the base army. Elite Thunderers killed an entire army of Tomb Kings, and then... Oh yeah, the crank gunners killed Kislev. That's right. So anyway, the whole thing with the dwarves, we all know it. Ranged is how they get damage done. Melee is basically for just survival. But their ranged will certainly carry you through, especially when they can shoot explosive bullets. These guys obviously are not the most powerful of the units. However, they are certainly powerful in their right. Because those crank gunners, oh my goodness. They tear everything apart. I'm pretty sure there's even a few nuclear units in the dwarf arsenal as well. Plus you also have all this crazy artillery and whatnot that just shoots massive amounts of fire. You have the organ gunners and everyone else. It's crazy when you have dwarves. They will light up the world. Now that they have dragons as well, thanks to some mod, it's even more crazy. This is a shard dragon. Anyway, most everyone's running at this point. Crackers are tired of getting shot up with exploding bullets. So we're going to fast forwards. Keep on shooting them. Keep on shooting them. Alright, some of these guys are shattered, some of them aren't. There you go, killed the Lord. Oh, the Lord was over here, never mind. And number 1. The Golden Order. Now, this is not going to show the full strength of the Golden Order, because there are so many mods buffing the Empire. I mean, there are just so many, and it is so powerful, and it is crazy, stupidly powerful. And the Golden Order is more powerful than Reichsland, because Reichsland doesn't get access to the Solent army, these guys, along with their own units. However, for some reason, the Reichsguard can still appear inside the Golden Order, which is supposed to help Reichsland. You also have like these Knights of the Fist. You have these Solent war wagons with mortars who are already shooting explosive shells from all the way back here. Combine that with their fact that they're very mobile. They have a speed of 50. So they can outrun some things, not everything. They have the Hellblaster volley guns. You have all the magic. You have the Stone Warden. And other stone units. You have priests and warrior priests, and it's just crazy powerful. Especially, like I said, with all the mods. They were powerful before, now it's ridiculous. Yeah, look at that. Just volley of golden arrows. That seemed to have some explosion damage. No, fire damage, excuse me. So they're fiery. Just tearing into some end arms. And these guys are Reichsguard Knights, armored and shielded. Yeah, armor piercing and anti-infantry. They also have Balthasar Gelt, who's a very good spellcaster. Yeah, these mortars are great for clearing out clumps of units and causing them to break and shatter. And the Reichsguard, yeah, got tossed in against a bunch of spearmen and just left to fight. And they're actually doing okay. Yeah, that's good enough. As we all know, what generally happens when I bring a lot of cav. And yes, the battle is won. I was gonna say, wait, what just happened? Did the game just freeze? But, no. Or it did, but it came back on. So I'm gonna hit end replay. I'm gonna go back here. I'm just gonna show you the amount of units for each and every single one of these factions. So, number 10 was Kislev. Number 9 was the Sentinels. You obviously have more than this when you're actually inside of the campaign. Number 8 was the Warden of the Shadowgave. Or Warherd of the Shadowgave, sorry. It's down here. Oh yeah. Ogres. Hello, Tyler. 7 is Clan Skar. Number 6 are the Chaos Dwarves. Number 5,000 Maws. And I do have these all written down next to me, just so you guys know. So that's why. So that way I don't miss anything, because that'd be my luck. Number 4, Clan Vulcan. Or I get them out of order, do something twice, But Clan Vulcan has access to the vast quantity of all these units for the Skaven. Number 3, the Burning Tide. Access to quite a few units. Number 2, Clan Angrand. And number 1, the Golden Order. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. And also tell me in the comment section what other top 10 videos you want to see. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.